and female gentlemen, today is a story of all time. So, Destiny, very famous leftist political streamer extraordinaire. Some call him a cuck. Some call him other things that are less hard-hitting for various reasons. He's been in controversy probably for the last 10 years straight. All right, unironically, bro has not stopped getting into controversy ever. He got into controversy over every topic that possibly happened. All right, Trump assassination attempt happened. He immediately starts saying he doesn't feel bad for the people that got killed in the crossfire. Bro, literally, every single time there is a situation, dude gets into controversy. But this time, it's not just an opinion. Apparently, allegedly, he is being exposed for sharing lots of revenge porn about several different sexual acquaintances that he has had. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's not. We're going to be looking into the allegations. Apparently, he made a response, so we're going to look at that too. God damn, bro! Stop gooning challenge. Literally impossible. Literally impossible. Stop gooning challenge. It will never happen. Bro literally gets gooning on the mind. Holy moly. All right. So this is a video made by President Sunday. I don't know them. But the Destiny abuse machine exposed. Oh, God. All right. Let's see. I think only one. The allegations are about multiple times that he has unconsensually shared porn of people that he's filmed against their will. That is the allegation. God damn, bro. I don't meet a lot of YouTubers, bro. I try to keep anonymous. I don't go to, like, parties and cons and stuff. I actually met Destiny. Why? Oh!
In this video, I'm going to tell you a story about a man.
All right.
It's a story that has been replicated over and over and over in government, in show business, in business boardrooms, restaurant franchises. This time, it's about a man with a small social media empire on YouTube.
All right, we got Destiny.
A man who uses his
It's so funny because Destiny is a girl's name. Sounds like a stripper.
clout and his fame to
tried.
lure mentally and financially vulnerable women
Bro, when I met up with Destiny, somebody recognized him and was like, "Are you Destiny?" I'm like, Destiny's a girl's name. That was my first response. All right, whatever. We're not gonna get to any of that, all right? That was weird, all right? I don't know what's going on. Let's see what it's all about.
from his community into sexual encounters which he records and then, without their consent, shares with others.
Okay, if that's true, that's a big allegation. If that's true, that is reprehensible. Like, that is literally, where do you go from that? That is horrible. Literally horrible.
It's about how that man developed such a stranglehold over his community that no one, no matter how disgusted they are, will dare call him out for this, even when it becomes public knowledge.
All right, let's
And
see.
most importantly,
I guess I'm reacting to this video, so I guess I don't fall into that category. Oops.
this is a story about power and of how normal human feelings can be contorted to serve a machine to make a man immune to the effects of the abuse he has inflicted on an astonishing number of people.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What's this story? If this
Stephen
is...
Bennell II.
Are there actual, like... I guess we'll see if there are real-ass receipts. Obviously, this is shitty. Like, if that's true, it's reprehensible and unforgivable. If it's true, the way he's just describing that he's actually just straight up unconsensually recording and sharing sexual encounters with people, like, if that's true, there is no coming back. That is, like, absolutely deplorable. Anyway, we'll see.
Or as he's known online, Destiny is a highly successful political streamer and content creator who has garnered infamy not just for public outbursts and controversial political positions.
True! Streamer Destiny banned following hate speech on Trump shooting. So, this topic is after the Trump shooting and someone tragically was killed when the assassin missed Trump. He was like, I don't feel any sympathy for anyone that goes to those rallies. Like, yeah, that's pretty messed up.
But also for an impressive number of public threats, sexual scandals, and even outright criminal actions.
All right.
This recently culminated on November 29th of 2024, when an anonymous Discord and Kiwi...
Oh my God, wait. When did this video come out? There is no way they exposed him on the day of Trump's inauguration. Trump's inauguration is officially the second most stressful thing that happened to Destiny on January 20th. Oh my God. That's crazy. Nux, you didn't take a photo with him? No, I didn't. I told him you cannot photograph me. I told him, listen, man, I ain't playing.
Kiwi Farms user going by the name Solo Leaks published a large repository of private messages and pornographic images and videos of Destiny with various men and women to Discord and Kiwi Farms, recordings that Destiny had shared to strangers without the consent of the people in them.
Oh God.
It's important to note that this is not the first time that Destiny has been the subject of a large sexual scandal involving non-consensually leaked intimate material.
Bro, what the fuck? I did not know about this. There are multiple separate instances of allegedly him sharing non-consensual sexual material of people. Bro, after it happens once, who will still have sex with this guy? And make sure that there isn't a fucking camera, bro. Ain't no party like a Destiny party. Dude, that's crazy. I mean, I guess we'll see. I need some evidence here.
All the way back in 2012, Destiny was caught up in a scandal involving a...
2012? Bro! In 1939, okay, let me discuss the history of the Elon Musk salute. So, in 1939, there was a man with a mustache that came to power. Bro, dude, we're going back 13 years?
Competitive StarCraft 2 player called Blue T, who had tweeted out a photo of his genitals. This was in retaliation for Destiny previously leaking nude images of her to his friends on Skype, wherein he laughed at how, quote-unquote, hideous her face was compared to her, quote-unquote, beautiful body.
Dude, if there was evidence of this, how did this just get overlooked? Literally, if there was evidence of this shit, how did people not talk about it? In 2012, he was allegedly actually sharing around nude photographs of people against their will? Like, I'm shocked and appalled that this wasn't public knowledge, if this is true.
In 2021, Destiny had a romantic entanglement with a YouTube streamer named Anna Voir. Anna would go on to become known for insisting, often tearfully, that she was actually in a long-term romantic relationship with Destiny, which Destiny denied.
Well, the thing is, Destiny's always like into open relationships and shit. That's why everyone keeps calling him a cuck. Because he's been in a relationship with his wife, and his wife was out there, you know, sleeping with other people.
Painting her as crazy to his audience.
2012 was a weird era of the internet. That's not an excuse! Weird era. It was a weird era of the internet, so I consensually recorded somebody and then sent it to people. What?
It was later revealed that in fact, while Destiny was insisting to his audience that Anna was insane, he was actually sexting her the entire time, and referring to her with terms such as princess in their conversations. Anna threatened to...
Yeah, I know. I've seen so many Destiny leaked DMs. It's nauseating. I'm so not into that, bro.
Post these sexually charged...
I did not have relations with that woman.
...to prove that she wasn't crazy and that this was all actually taking place. And in retaliation, Destiny threatened in public to leak her nude photos if she did so.
Like, if you and I had, like, sexted or something, or traded nudes, and you were like, I'm gonna leak your nudes, and I go, fuck you, if you leak my nudes, I'm gonna leak your nudes. Is that, like, blackmail? Or is that, like, abusive? I disagree.
So do you think that leaking sexting and leaking nudes is proportional, or do you think it's a proportional response in the way that you're...
I think it's about proportional. Like, sexual...
Bro, did his wife walk in to give him food while he's talking about leaking some other girl's nudes? Oh, bro, stop gooning. Why is he such a gooner? Dude, we're gonna be seeing, like, all sorts of, like, bro's gonna go DEFCON 5. He's gonna start leaking everybody's nudes. Turkey Tom's nudes. Everybody else, XQC's nudes.
Stealing shit from another person. Yeah, fuck it, I think it's proportional.
Destiny has also at least once admitted to accidentally sending homemade videos of him and his wife to people who his wife did not in advance approve of.
How do you do that? By accident! Multiple times! Stop! Listen, I don't know, man. I am, like, so anti the open relationship thing. If it's an open relationship, it's really not really a relationship. You're just fooling around at that point. Like, what are you doing? They always fail.
Accordance with a previous agreement that he wouldn't.
Me and Lena had a conversation about there were a few girls we talked to. It was like, oh, cool, like we should record videos of like us fucking shit and send it to people. Like, it's fun.
Like it's fun. Oh! Like, the thing is, like, everyone knows Destiny's a gooner. Like, this is not news, all right? This is not, somehow, this is not destructive. But, the revenge porn thing?
I kind of, like, have, like, my little archive of, like, Coomer material that I'll send to people if I want to. There were girls that I talked to past that I'd send stuff of, like, either me or Melina. And Melina talked to me, and she was like, hey, if you're gonna send any videos to new girls that we haven't talked about, like, let me know that first, because she wanted to be careful. And so I was like, oh, okay, sure, that's fine. I didn't think about it at the time because I didn't think it mattered, but...
How do you not think it matters to send someone's, like, sex videos around to people that they didn't consent to sending it to? If they just wanted it to be public knowledge, if he just wanted it to be public knowledge, then he could have uploaded it online. She didn't upload these sex videos online because she didn't want everyone to be able to see it. Obviously, right? Oh my god.
For the first thing, like, okay, yeah, I should have, like...
I'm, like, flabbergasted, bro, because he's such a smart guy, right? Destiny's not stupid. He's a smart guy. Like, you talk to him. He's intelligent. This is the way he lives. Don't dwell on it too much. What do you mean, don't dwell on it too much? Oh, it's a Minecrafter. It's okay, he diddles children. He's a Minecrafter after all. That's just the way he lives. What do you mean that's the way he lives?
check 100% with Melina, be like, this is...
Other examples of threats and sexual misconduct made by Destiny are plentiful, but the general point is this. Destiny has a very bad history when it comes to sharing intimate material of people that he is sexually involved with without their consent. And of using
that's pretty awful. I never even heard this allegation. Bro!
The threat of their release to keep people in line. If this brings a certain ditty to mind, you are not alone.
Oh my god, ain't no party like a Destiny party. Ain't no way. That's crazy. That's what's wild. Oh, I hate that that's a reference that I actually made.
Like with Diddy, when people speak out about Destiny's misconduct, the responses vary from silence to dismissal to outright threats of exposing their intimate information.
Destiny responds with receipts.
And media. Unlike with Diddy, these aren't just allegations. We have the receipts. In 2020,
The thing I like about Destiny, like his content, is his debates. I love his debates. Like, even though I don't agree with a lot of the perspectives he takes, and I do agree with some of the perspective he takes for sure, I don't, like, it's the debates that are interesting. I didn't know he had this whole operation going on. Bro, dude.
23, Destiny's wife Melina publicly separated from him.
Yeah.
In response, Destiny went on stream and indicated multiple times that he was confident that Melina would not leak any unsavory details about the relationship to the public because he too had compromising information on her.
No! Not the blackmail! Melina wouldn't expose me because I can expose her. I have her butthole as my screensaver on my phone.
And logs that would seriously harm Melina's reputation if they were revealed. Whereas, since his reputation around relationships was already so low, he would be effectively immune to the consequences.
What is that argument? Everyone already knows I'm a gooner. What are they gonna do about me? Lamau.
Why do you think that
Bro, that's like the Trump defense. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna call Trump Hitler again? Ain't gonna do shit.
she isn't going to leak or talk shit? Melina will not leak or talk shit about any of this because she knows that everything about this makes her look like a fucking satanic demon. She knows that. She's threatened it a million times. Like, I'm going to start leaking everything. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay, if you really want to, holy because my reputation is already zero in regards to our relationship. Everybody thinks I'm a horrible piece of shit. We want to start leaking shit. We can do it.
Fast forward to November 2024. Due to the solo leaks, it has come to light that Destiny has been sharing intimate private messages, nude images, and pornographic videos with a 19-year-old OnlyFans creator called Rose, who he was sexually interested in at the time.
God, dude.
Rose leaked these to a Discord and Kiwi Farms user called Solo Leaks, who
Bro, this is crazy.
may, for all we know, be Rose herself, who then published them to Discord and to Kiwi Farms. These leaks included intimate romantic and sexual DMs between Destiny and Lauren Southern, who Destiny had long denied being romantically involved with while she became increasingly present in his...
Wait, Laura Southern? Wait, Laura Southern is the right-wing political commentator, right? Dude, I can't keep track with all these people, honestly.
public personal life and on stream, despite being publicly at odds with each other politically.
Dude, ain't no way. He's sleeping with the enemy. What is going on? Oh my god, dude. Oh, Lord. Bro, what is going on? Oh my god.
On the surface,
Laura Southern is a white supremacist. Oh my god. This is crazy. Oh my lord. He's banged 2 Nazis. Dude, if I had a nickel for every Nazi that's banged Destiny, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot of nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice. Like, what are we doing here?
Destiny even once described her activism as involving, quote-unquote, drowning refugees. These DMs revealed that, in fact, Destiny and Lauren Southern had been mutually declaring their love and admiration for each other, including expressing intentions to separate from their respective partners to marry each other.
Yep, that's fucked up.
All of this was happening behind the scenes, despite Destiny publicly claiming to his audience that he and Lauren were not involved, and while he was publicly accusing his wife Melina of lying and of being controlling privately, when she would express displeasure about the relationship and when she requested that Destiny stop associating with Southern.
I mean, I'll be honest. While I don't love this whole concept of sleeping around with literally everything that moves and stuff like that, I feel like that's kind of wild. But at the same time, a lot of this is kind of private. I'm more interested in the alleged revenge porn, allegedly sharing porn of people that they didn't know was recorded or sharing it against their will. I feel like that's so much more damning than, you know, him sleeping with somebody sussy, right?
About the relationship and when she requested that Destiny stop associating with...
Oh, so Destiny's ex-wife said, don't associate with this person, and Destiny kept associating intimately with that person. but they were in an open relationship. So, like, the relationship was kind of mega fucked anyway. Like, it's crazy. It's such a crazy situation. Oh my god. All right, what's weirder? What's weirder? Let me ask you this question, all right? I'm gonna ask you a question. What's weirder? Destiny sleeping with 2 Nazis or Elon Musk making 2 salutes? All right, I leave that to you. You let me know.
I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Yeah, what's weirder? Two Elon Musk salutes or Destiny banging 2 Nazis? Drop your answers in the comment section below. I'm here for the chaos, okay? This is not me taking any forms of stances. All right, this is just funny, sort of, in a weird, twisted way.
With Southern. In addition to these leaks, which not only severely compromised Lawrence Southern's career and personal life, but also established that Destiny was lying when he accused his wife of being delusional and controlling about the...
Oh, let's go. So he lied and said she was delusional, and then in fact she was not delusional. Oh, that's kind of slanderous, if that's true. That's pretty fucked up.
Fair. Solo Leaks also published a massive dump of revenge pornography, which
what?
Featured various sexual encounters with numerous men and women that Destiny had recorded and sent to Rose as part of their flirtations, which incidentally include references to how he recorded other people, not
oh my fucking god.
Included in the dump.
So this Rose person is an OnlyFans creator who's clearly something of a bitch herself. But that's really not the point. It seems like Destiny has been sending a lot of illegally recorded sexual acts and sharing them without the consent of the parties that were recorded to this Rose person, and then Rose either leaked them or got hacked or whatever happened there. That's horrible. That's indefensible. How could someone share that shit around? Like, literally. That is like a complete violation of consent. I'm shocked.
Including a recording of a sexual encounter with someone he met on the gay dating app Grindr with no mention of having alerted this person to the fact that they were being recorded.
Oh
Note,
my God.
It is a felony to record sex acts without consent in the state of Florida.
It's also fucking horrible. Yeah, it's a felony and also awful. Also, like, absolutely despicable to record it and to share it. Like, it literally layers upon layers of despicableness.
So to recap, Destiny, who has a long history of threatening associates, friends, and family with public humiliation and exposure through releasing revenge pornography and intimate messages, actually did leak a tremendous quantity of compromising, sexually humiliating messages, images, and videos featuring other people to at least one person without their consent. Crazy. These were then publicly leaked, and the reaction has been total silence.
I didn't even know this happened, to be honest. I'm literally learning this right now. I heard whistles over the last, 2 days, but I literally only heard about this right now. And that's crazy, because I'm in this sphere. Not so much in the Destiny sphere, but, in the, I guess, YouTube, drama, political, memery sphere. How the frick did I not hear about this?
Nothing. Historically, Destiny has always been boldly willing to threaten leaking private intimate material, such as during his separation from his wife, or to expose nude images to retaliate against women he was slandering, like Anna, or even just for the sheer pleasure of it, as in the case of Blue Tea mentioned earlier, where the only purpose was revenge. This time, however, somehow, there is nothing. Not by Destiny, nor by anybody else.
That's crazy.
No streams, no video exposés, no tweets by any notable figures denouncing what is an obvious massive breach in ethics and consent.
He's right.
Nothing.
He's literally right.
Which begs the question.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Bro, dude, this is insane.
Why is everyone being so silent about something that by all rights should be a massive sex and abuse scandal?
Also, you gotta realize, Destiny is one of the biggest, political commentators in the world. Aside from having 850,000 subscribers on YouTube, Destiny's been on, every big show ever. He's been on Lex Friedman's show. He's been on, he's debated Ben Shapiro. He's been on Jordan Peterson's show. He's on Piers Morgan all the time. This is insane. This is a big story of unbelievable degeneracy.
About one of online politics' biggest and most controversial figures. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is not just a story about a man, but about power and how power works. And it's not a story that is new.
He's not wrong. It's a story about how powerful people will silence this shit. Yeah?
At the center of this scandal is a concerted effort by Destiny's friends, associates, and community to conceal and hide his wrongdoings by any and all means. This includes
Is there evidence of this, or is that just a theory? Because as it stands, it's a very plausible theory.
deleting any mentions of the leaks on Discord and Reddit, obfuscating the issue by acting as if the leaks only contain private sexual behaviors and therefore aren't anyone else's business.
That's a fair point. Like, to say that it's not anybody's business, but that point literally ends if it's recorded without consent. It's like saying that if somebody rapes someone, well, at least he raped them in private, so like, let's say it was a private rape. It's none of our business. Like, bro, are you serious? Bro, what are you telling me here? Bro, dude, this dude's actually been diddying all along, apparently. Oh my god, what is going on? Holy crap.
Or even offering money to the victims in exchange for their silence.
No shot. That means they know there's wrongdoing. This isn't just silencing criticism. This is actively covering it up. Destiny's the... Whoa. Dude, Destiny is the guy that actually... Well, like, he was one of the main people that broke the story about Mizkif, allegedly covering up a sexual assault with the OTK streamer people. And he's been doing this? Question mark? Bro, dude.
Now, if one were to say that the creators around Destiny were simply remaining silent about this scandal in order to continue to capitalize on their friendship with Destiny and have access to his audience, this would be a misleading oversimplification.
That's Turkey Thomas!
Some people
Yeah, what has Turkey Tom been saying about all this? He's been, like, really chummy with Destiny for a very long time. Dude, he must be heartbroken. He must actually be heartbroken over all this.
are doing that for sure, and some people in fact are even going out of their way to run interference to protect Destiny from the consequences of his actions. But this is not a story about the nefarious deeds of evil men and women, but about power.
Alright.
And it turns out that in fact a lot of people are simply afraid of what they have a moral right or a public sanction to say given the sensitive nature of these leaks, and afraid of the retribution of Destiny and those in his audience if they say something that angers him. A very large creator in YouTube commentary called Nicholas DeOrio, disgusted at the obvious sexual abuse and public coercion he was witnessing coming from Destiny and his defenders, and frustrated by the fact that people were beginning to lump him in with the others who were actively covering for Destiny.
Oh my god. Wait, did he make a video about this? Why wasn't his video first? Okay, we'll see.
Reached out to me directly to clarify why he was not being more vocal. He told me that, due to the
Tom is freaking disgusted of this and he thinks he shouldn't have a platform anymore? Based. Dude, I feel so bad. Like, here's the thing. I met with Destiny. I was chill with him when I just thought he was some random political streamer guy. Yeah, he's a goomer. He's a gooner. I don't agree with his take on many things. But he's just some political streamer guy that has entertaining debates. That's literally what I thought. Like, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Sensitive nature of the material, despite being very confident about Destiny's guilt. He was very conflicted about coming forward against Destiny on behalf of the victims in this story without them voluntarily coming forward first.
I mean, that's valid. If you're gonna tell a story about how a girl was, her consent was breached, you're definitely gonna want the victim to stand by your story. If the victim is not gonna stand with you, then you're kind of cooked.
This was for two reasons. First, Destiny has a history of persuading his victims to come to his defense during a scandal.
Yeah, so if that happens, you're cooked. It'll destroy your career. So that does make sense, right?
This happened once when a creator called Mr. Girl infamously attempted to accuse Destiny of lying about his relationship with Anna Voir. And in response, Destiny produced recent DMs between himself and Anna in which he got her to say that her own quoted claims against Destiny were false. And here it is notable that the fact that these DMs were between the alleged abuser and his victim did not seem to affect their credibility in the eyes of his audience.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So every time Destiny would end up getting called out for something like this, Destiny would get the actual alleged victim in the situation to defend him. And that would completely exonerate him, right? At least in the eyes of the people. So, yeah, unless you have the victim that's willing to come out, I totally get why someone would be scared to do this and potentially destroy themselves.
And second, because of Destiny's ability to use his hold over his massive audience to deal serious reputational and financial damage to people who he feels have slighted him. Nicholas refers explicitly here to the reputational damage Destiny inflicted on another commentary YouTuber called Chudlogic when he was approached by Destiny's now ex-wife Melina to give her side of the story about the Lauren Southern affair.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've privately told everybody I'm completely distancing myself from this guy, waiting for this bomb to go off, but I don't want to be the one to light it. But, I mean, I feel stupid. I sent Destiny, like, a message of support at the beginning of this.
Really?
Like, it's about his dick getting
man.
leaked, not about this part of it. Like, oh, it's a shame that your dick got leaked or whatever, which I guess is still valid.
I didn't
but,
realize how bad it was initially. I thought the big thing was the
Bro.
Lauren Southern leaks. I thought, oh, he's got sex.
Wait, did Nicholas DeOrio plan to be in this video, or was this recorded against his will? Like, did he know that this was being recorded? Because he's acting like very chill. This is a private phone call recorded by secretly. Okay.
Tapes, okay. Surprise.
Well, in the back of my head, I was thinking, why would all these people consent to their fucking nudes being exchanged?
Well, the answer
why
is
would
they
that
wouldn't.
even happen? They would absolutely not. They absolutely wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I haven't really been able to talk about this with anybody because I'm at like a fucking. It's a huge risk to even discuss it because this guy's got such a chokehold over his community. But I legitimately think if it ever comes up, I absolutely think that's career ending, and I don't think.
If it's true, it's career ending. It is. He's right, 100%. If this is actually true, verified, and that he is actually sharing revenge porn, recording people against their will and sharing that without their consent, he's cooked. He's literally cooked. Literally cooked. And he's using his platform to do this with more and more people. And that's insane. I'm floored that this even happened, to be honest. Dude, why, bro? It's so crazy. Whenever a controversy like this happens with someone that, I know, kind of, it just makes me think that all my controversies are so stupid. They're so dumb. Oh, Nux reacts to Jaden animations. Like, dude, what are we talking about here? Like, this is crazy. This is criminal. And it's evil.
I think that could be defended. And if it can be defended by his community, it would fucking completely destroy. I mean, yeah, his reputation's in the toilet. It could be lower.
It could be. It's also, it's in the toilet with people who care to know.
Yeah, no, I think this is a viral everyone's story. Video like community-wide story if this cover up
community-wide. This is a massive story if it's true. Dude, why are you saying community-wide? This guy is on every big political show in the world. Oh my god.
Ever comes out.
What specifically would have to happen to trigger some kind of, determinate position on this in public for you?
I mean, I'll be super candid about it. You would need to talk.
Yeah. Would you have to talk publicly? Or do you just have to see it?
No, I think I've already seen it. I think she needs to talk publicly because if anything, if it comes down to it and Destiny convinces her privately to take that other... Look what happened with...
Here's the thing. If Destiny is able to convince her, like, I'll pay you $1 million, come to my aid, and, she wants the $1 million, let's say she's broke or something, and she actually does that, then it literally destroys everyone that called him out. It literally completely annihilates the credibility of the people exposing him. So, this is wild. Obviously, they're going to need her on their side if they're trying to fight with some guy who's massive on the internet. Like, he's huge.
With Chud Logic and Lauren Southern, he had Melina coming to him and telling him these things directly. And he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of the slack and, like, help him out, right, to keep him afloat. Or he could just leak those messages and be justified immediately, and it would start like a huge conflict. And I guess he did the right thing by loyalty, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, if you don't have the person, then it's you fighting on behalf of somebody else. And I've seen this go down so many times with content creators where if they don't have the support of the actual victim in the situation, you're fighting a losing battle from day one.
So principally your concern is that you're going to take a pretty big financial audience hit if you were to do this.
I think there's a genuine risk that I'm going to get left out to dry here, because if she doesn't say anything, or even worse, if she comes out and says it's not true, then I'm...
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That would happen. Again, shit, this is crazy. It's a good question, because if there is evidence without question, if there is actual evidence of this shit, then it absolutely needs to be brought to light. Because the longer it's silent and the longer people don't know what's going on, the more likely somebody like this or someone that would be doing these things would actively have more ability to have more and more victims, right? At this point, she wanted it kept quiet. I mean, we'll see. Apparently, she tweeted about it. Bro, this is crazy. Like, the issue is, it's a cycle. He's gonna keep doing this if no one says anything, if it's true. Right? Nah, this is the kind of thing that you absolutely have to blow the lid on if you have evidence. If you have evidence, you gotta fucking blow the lid on this shit. Bro, gooners be gooning. It's crazy. Bro. Dude, another L to the male feminists, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, why?
A lot of people would otherwise potentially be ready to support the victims of Destiny's systemic abuse of female and male colleagues are stuck between wanting to call foul on some truly reprehensible behavior and the realization that if they did, there are so many ways to spin them as the villains through Destiny's further manipulation of the victims and of his massive following. Two particularly aggressive defenders of Destiny have been Not So Erudite and Dan Saltman.
No, not Dan! No! What did they do?
who are both colleagues and close members of his inner circle. Both have gone out of their way either to dissuade attempts to bring up the issue of Destiny's non-consensual sharing of intimate material of other people publicly, or to directly discourage his victims from speaking out or taking legal action. A major consequence of Destiny's silence and the silence of the people around him on this issue is that all of the negative consequences for these leaks have been borne by the victims, who are still being publicly shamed and harassed as I speak. However, faux concern for their well-being and their wishes to remain as anonymous and private as possible has been used to shut down any discussion where Destiny might be held responsible for endangering them in the first place. The perverse result is that Destiny's crime—
You see what I'm saying? He's on like he's just showing like a random bunch of clips of Destiny, but you see how Destiny's on like literally all these shows. Here he is on the Young Turks or David Pakman or whatever the hell show he's on. Like, he's on every big show. You gotta recognize the size of this guy. And I'm not talking about the size of his penis, because, I mean, the leaks are out there. I mean, we know. Oh, this is not true. Dan talked to Tom on stream. All right, maybe.
Crimes against these people—
I mean, I don't know. I'm literally just watching this video. This is all my information right now.
—are effectively being weaponized as their own defense against others who would call him out for them. For example, when one community member, known as Fairy Queen, questioned Not-So-Erudite's continued association with Destiny, given the revelation that he had been sharing porn of people he streams with without their consent, and given Not-So-Erudite's own avowals of being a mental health expert and a feminist, Not-So-Erudite claimed that she was in communication with the victims behind the scenes and—
Oh, that's so bad!
—that they didn't want any additional attention, and so therefore—
Yeah, I wonder why. Huh? I wonder why. I wonder if you convinced them to not want additional attention. Oh, God.
Or Not-So-Erudite was actually doing the moral thing by not holding Destiny accountable for victimizing them in the first place and for personally—
You're telling me that she knew that Destiny was doing this, and she is talking to the victims, and all the victims don't want to make a big deal of it, but she is still so willing to constantly work with Destiny? Like, what is going on? Bro, the Ghislaine Maxwell of the situation. Bro! What are we watching here? What is this operation that he's running behind the scenes? Bruh!
continuing to profit from the reputation of Destiny by whom she was employed. When pressed on this, Not-So-Erudite promptly terminated the conversation.
Yikes. Alright. I am not an extension of Steven. You're not a feminist. That's right. If you're questioning her motivations for silencing victims, it's because you're not a feminist. Yeah, baby! Alright, let's see. Oh my god, this is insane.
But it turns out that Not-So-Erudite was telling the truth when she said she was communicating on behalf of the victims, because as it turns out, she was from very early on the primary middleman negotiating the price of their silence.
Oh my god! What?
Enter Pixie. Pixie is a tiny streamer who, like Destiny's wife Melina, was visually identifiable in the leaks. Pixie had been working—
Oh my god. Yeah, because, well, I mean, if you leak shit and you're leaking this recorded stuff, yeah.
closely with Destiny since she turned 20 years old in 2019. And in addition to appearing on stream together regularly, Destiny also got her involved in paid positions organizing for canvassing projects, like with Progressive Victory, who he partnered with in 2024.
Real progressive victory, guys. This is truly the most progressive of victories right here. I'm just saying, the progressives have never won this much.
And she would accompany him multiple times to large podcast appearances, such as the Whatever podcast, which he would pay for—
Do you see what I mean? He's on every big show. He's not just some random little streamer guy.
her to be flown out to.
This is wild. This is wild.
Pixie had, for a very long time, repeatedly tried to present herself as an example of a woman who could succeed as a part of Destiny's orbit without being a member of his oft-rumored
No, Destiny, no,
harem of women who offer him sexual favors in exchange for exposure and stream time. In light of these leaks, that image has obviously been shattered.
Oh my god. So wait, so it's a fact? Obviously he can't show them in this fucking video, but so it's a utter fact that this Pixie person did have her nudes leaked by Destiny. That seems to be an uncontested fact at this point. And she is A, trying to argue her entire time that she is not having a sexual relationship with Destiny, and she's just making it in that space as someone. And B, she's claiming she didn't consent to having this shit recorded, let alone leaked. Bro. No, I never did anything. Why would you lie about me sleeping with Destiny? No, I never did anything with Steven. The most he's ever sent me was like a this emoji. And now there's actual leaks. Allegedly. Yikes.
And she has
yeah, both sides said it was her and her stuff that was sent to a third party from which it was publicly leaked. Bro, so the story is that I'm getting here, at least from what I'm understanding, Destiny recorded her against her will, allegedly, sent that to a different person, without her consent, allegedly. Then that person leaked it or got hacked. Oh, she knew it was recorded. She just didn't know it would be sent around. Bro, what the fuck? Dude, the degenerate drama is crazy. Holy shit. This is crazy. Oh my god. And I get canceled for reacting to hentai 5 years ago. Yeah.
Received the brunt of negative reactions to the scandal, since people who hate Destiny and hate the politics of the people in his group are eager to laugh at the hypocrisy of one of them, even if it means joining in the mass harassment of someone who is in fact a victim of revenge porn.
God damn.
Unfortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do.
Okay.
Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny.
Oh my god! The degenerate Ouroboros continues! Yeah, that's right. I will extort you, and you will extort them, and we will all extort each other. It'll be glorious.
An American citizen who
Carrie, another Destiny person, didn't know her audio was recorded. Bro, stop! It's Carrie. I'll look that up.
finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse.
I'll be real here. Being silent and extorting Destiny back for money is whatever, but you realize that not saying anything is actively putting other women potentially in danger, right? Like, it is. It's like if someone gets raped. First of all, tragedy. Literally unacceptable tragedy. Someone gets raped, and they decide to not actually go after the rapist. They are leaving that rapist out there to ruin the lives of other people. That's crazy. That's crazy. She didn't care. She just wanted the money. Again, that's crazy.
In fact, there is a federal law on the books as of 2022 that allows victims of non-consensual exchanging of explicit material to be compensated up to $150,000, and that's even if the leaks were not necessarily done maliciously, but only with reckless disregard for the consent of the victims. The victims may even have their identity concealed. Second, they may make a public statement denouncing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent. And in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over. And this is their right. But Pixie did not do any of these.
Bro.
In an exchange that I have learned has since been circulated among the entire commentary community on YouTube and
Not this guy. Not this. I'm doing my own thing, all right? We burnt all our bridges. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry. But yeah, no. I didn't know about any of this shit.
virtually everyone
Oh
in
my
Destiny's
God.
circle, Not So Erudite can be seen haggling with Pixie over the amount of money that would be appropriate for Destiny to pay her to not involve the court system or to denounce him publicly. First, Pixie
Dude, actual DMs trying to tell her to shut up.
uses the implicit threat of her impending suicide and a scheduled note announcing it
Bro.
to pressure Destiny to pay out a significant sum of money, and then later switches to vague threats of public denunciations and legal action. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, her friend Straightraid was colluding to advise Destiny to offer to help her financially as penance to stave off her threats of self-harm, a situation that would obviously be a reputational disaster for Destiny. Note, Straightraid has also explicitly said that she did not consider the situation serious enough to warrant a wellness check. As revealed in earlier DMs between Pixie and Destiny prior to this conversation with Not So Erudite, Pixie and her friend Straightraid had used the specter of her impending suicide to
That's insane. That's actually insane. Not just to scare you, I'm 100% not going to do anything to myself, no matter what he says, because holiday season, because I don't want to traumatize my friends during a time they're supposed to be happy, and even if he responds negatively, it doesn't mean I'll auto-kill myself. I'm just trying to contemplate all different courses of actions, including going public, and then if I can't take the amount of humiliation, then killing myself. Oh my fucking god.
alarm Destiny enough that he would be receptive to suggestions of financial compensation. Apparently, Pixie was hopeful from the beginning that she could get as much as a $1 million payout from Destiny,
Bro.
which Straightraid had to repeatedly talk her down from. The condition of this financial compensation is, of course, Pixie's continued silence.
Yep, that's the deal. That's the deal. Don't destroy the reputation and get paid off. All right, win-win. Except for any future victim, will not be a win for them. Wouldn't be a win for her either, because that just kind of sounds a lot more like blackmail than actual justice.
This would seem to imply that Pixie's decision to not go public is not because she is afraid of the repercussions, or else she wouldn't be threatening Destiny directly with legal action or public denunciations, but because she wants to profit personally off of extorting Destiny.
That's wild. So she's just trying to make the best of an incredibly terrible situation. And when I say best, I mean best for her, but not necessarily best for any other victims that don't know about this going on. Alleged victims, that is.
Who also, it must be remembered, is a victim of revenge porn. Destiny may be the one responsible for the leaker having the images in the first place, but he shared them recklessly, not maliciously. And of course, he has endured public humiliation as well for this. Destiny's close friend and podcast co-host Dan Saltman, the CEO of Redact,
Not Dan Saltman!
had also reportedly gone behind Destiny's back to advise Pixie to make financial demands of Destiny, as well as to ask her to dissuade Destiny from taking legal action against Kiwi Farms for hosting the leaks. Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There has been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future.
Yep, that's the cost. Shit, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe this has been going down in the community, and no one talked about it. No one knew about it. All right. I don't know. I didn't see anything Dan actually did in this video. All right. We'll have to keep doing deep dives into other situations. But Destiny, what the fuck, man? Bro, what are you doing?
And so we can see the circuit completing itself. Destiny seeks out vulnerable women in his community who are enamored by his fame and success. He engages them intimately and records the interactions. Then he hoards these recordings and he shares them with reckless abandon, even occasionally threatening their release if the people in them do something to displease him.
Bro.
And when finally, the obvious result of recklessly sharing these intimate images with strangers occurs and they are publicly exposed for all to see to the detriment of these people's reputations, mental health, and safety, he is able to buy off his victims and use their purchased silence as moral ammunition to shut down anyone who would try to hold him accountable for what is clearly grossly unethical conduct.
And also, he's just a powerful man, and who wants to go against that shit, right? Who wants to put their foot in their mouth like that?
Destiny, and the web he has created around himself, is creating victims, and if it is allowed to continue, it will create more. I urge everyone to pay attention and to warn people about the danger they are putting themselves into by engaging with Destiny and his community. These are people who have been handpicked for their willingness to not just remain passive in the wake of intimate and potentially life-ruining abuse, but to also become accomplices in silencing the victims. And the victims are also selected, either for...
This is such a crazy twist, like the crazy twist and turns, right? So you got Destiny, pro gooner, all right? Massive gooner, records shit, sends shit around, whatever. And then he has his web of people that are actively making sure none of this comes back to bite him. And that involves, paying off victims or alleged victims or stuff like that. Bro.
Mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment, or for financial vulnerability, allowing them to be easily paid off by Destiny for their silence. Thanks to certain individuals revealing to me the extent to which people are knowingly allowing or even actively taking part in the system of abuse and cover-up, I have realized that by withholding what I know of the situation, I am playing directly into Destiny's game. Someone needs to break the chain, or people are going to continue to be hurt.
He's right. That's crazy. That's insane. What's Destiny's dislike ratio? Sheesh. All right, so this is his latest video. He's at 1,000 dislikes to 3,200 likes, according to my, dislike checker. All this drama is my fault. I prayed for some content to take my mind off the auguration. I'm so... Oh, he gooned too close to the sun. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did do that. He gooned too close to the sun. All right, so this is Pixie. This is that person that allegedly had revenge porn. On November 29th, the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. I will be suing him in federal court. Oh, shit. And Cherry, the other person, this person, Destiny has blocked me and banned me and the people supporting him in his community. I have not done anything besides ask him for an explanation, and I was sure this was something he didn't do to me. When I wasn't given one privately, I spoke publicly. I am not involved in any of the lawsuit coordinating with anyone seeking justice due to the leaks in November. Though they have my empathy and support in the efforts, it is only yesterday I became aware that Destiny had recorded me while we had sex without my consent. Fuck, dude! And with no regards to me, also shared that recording to others. I mean, again, this is just, this is an allegation. There's no evidence. But, bro, there's so many people. Oh, God. And 2 women now have let me know that they have received sexual recordings taken of me in September 2023 without my consent. Fuck. I thank them so much for their concern for me. No amount of public humiliation will ever make me regret being made aware of what was done to me. I will be filing a police report and pressing charges. Oh, my God, bro. That's crazy. Shit. This is Destiny's response. I didn't read it yet, but goddamn. All right. Sometime in November, extremely sensitive and personal matter of mine was leaked. It's affected not only me, but many people in my life. I want to make it clear the leak happened without my knowledge, consent, or authorization. I never had an intention for any of these images to be published. Okay, immediately, no one says that Destiny wanted it to be published. The problem was that Destiny sent it without the consent of the people that had, first of all, allegedly recorded things without consent, and allegedly sent it to other people. Maybe the leak happened on their behalf. Obviously, you didn't want this to be public. I haven't spoken about publicly regarding this situation for a few reasons. I am pursuing criminal and civil litigation on matters against multiple parties. Speaking publicly on these matters brings more attention to them. I have been trying to move on from covering drama content. What? Has it had an increasingly negative impact on those in my life? Bro, wait. Oh my God. They're accused. Wait, hold on. He's being accused of sharing revenge porn, and he said he didn't cover it because he didn't want to cover drama content? Dude, how is this an excuse that everyone uses? Every time someone gets under fire, they just say, well, I'm just moving on from drama content. What's going on? Bro, you're literally covering politics content. That's even more toxic. One person involved has expressed suicidal thoughts in relation to the matter. I didn't want to exacerbate the situation by talking about it publicly. Because there are now multiple parties involved in litigation, it's unlikely I'll be able to answer these questions until pending litigation has been resolved. Shit, dude. So that's a non-action, kind of. Why, honestly, if in his thing, he doesn't say that he never recorded something without somebody's consent, and he also never shared their images without consent, I need those, all right? If he needs to say those two things in order for this to be acceptable, that he never recorded someone without their consent, and then honestly no one knows the truth, and then it's up to debate, innocent until proven guilty, I guess, and two, that he never sent anything without their consent. Let's see. That said, though I am limited in what I can say, it's important that people know about my recent communications with and regarding Pixie, who I was friends with and collaborated on many occasions since the leaks were first circulated. Pixie has stressed to me that keeping things out of the public eye was important to her. I've always said I would do my best to not confirm or publicize anything, and I kept my word. On December 11th, I received a message from a mutual acquaintance named Lauren Hayden, known online as Lauren de Laguna, who has a legal background. Lauren had negative sentiment towards me after I rejected her romantic advances earlier that year. I understand that she had organized a fundraiser to support Pixie's lawsuit against me and assumed she had been counseling Pixie on how to proceed. Alright, none of that's super relevant. Same day, I received a message from Pixie where she suggested she would create a post about me that would go live after she committed suicide. What the fuck? This concerned me greatly. I genuinely believed that she was in mental anguish following the leak weeks earlier. I mean, dude, you sent these messages to somebody, and then it got leaked from that other person. Bro, what is going on? That's the problem. Why does he not acknowledge this? I responded in earnest, doing what I could do to reassure and let her know that she had every right to pursue legal course of action. At no stage did I try to convince her otherwise. This was a highly emotional, volatile time, and my main concern was for her well-being. But telling her, bro, you could just proceed in legal action does not undo what was done. Bro. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about all the girls that sued P. Diddy because they pursued legal action. A few hours later, I messaged a multiple friend, Straighterade, who I knew particularly close with Pixie. We tried to figure out the best way forward in terms of making things right, or as right as they could be for Pixie. In that conversation, we spoke about things I could do to alleviate the toll on Pixie's mental health, took Straighterade's suggestions and presented them to Pixie, explicitly offered to help her financially, having it had communicated to me that she was under financial pressure while dealing with this matter. Pixie responded saying that whatever price she would ask for would be too high and would only result in making her feel worse. Again, this is not the point. None of these really matter. This is an older screenshot from our conversation. If he has since deleted only that message, it is no longer in our current conversation history. Later in a conversation with Straighterade, she told me that Pixie seemed to want me to cover her entire tuition for law school. Others told me that Pixie thought it would be appropriate for me to pay her anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. At no point did Pixie make a specific or explicit request for financial compensation. Again, financial compensation is not an excuse. I don't understand. Okay, so you wanted to make it right, but you recorded her. Maybe against her will. That part I'm still not clear on. And definitely shared her stuff with people without her consent. Then it got leaked. But what's going on? I think sometime on December 13th, Pixie unfriended me on Discord. It became clear that no amount that I agreed to would be satisfactory in nature of the fact that I agreed to. Third parties communicated that point of any financial compensation would be to punish me. Okay. That language is incredibly frustrating to hear secondhand. Dude, it doesn't matter how frustrating it was to hear, bro. Oh my God. I already showed a willingness to make things right as best I could. You can't. You can't. Oh my God. I had spent time talking to mutual friends of ours with the intent to help address her concerns with her mental health and suicidal thoughts, the sincerity of which I genuinely believed. I was objectively harmed by this situation. Destiny, if this is true, that you recorded it without her consent, or / you shared it without her consent, then you're really not the victim. I was objectively harmed by this situation, and I was actively seeking to find a resolution that worked well for everyone. I'm not sure where Pixie got this idea that she needed to financially punish me. In this text message, Pixie reiterates that she doesn't want criminal penalties for me, just big financial ones. Some of my most personal messages have gone out to the world because of what happened, including multiple incredibly explicit videos of mine, many of which have been forwarded to family members and colleagues. Holy crap, bro! This is crazy! Oh, Lord. Dude is having a bad day! And I thought Trump becoming president was what was pissing him off. Remember, he thinks Trump is a He calls Trump a sexual deviant. And he's doing this? Information has come out which irrevocably damaged my personal relationships. This saga has been a nightmare for all parties involved. I agree that... Okay, let me make this clear, all right? I completely believe that Destiny has been suffering, that he's trying to fix things, and that he has been, like, living through a nightmare. But that doesn't excuse the shit that he's done, allegedly, right? Her accusation that I likely used a proxy to widely distribute this material while claiming deniability is extremely hurtful. Just deny that you shared it. Why is he not denying that he shared it? I flat out cannot believe that anyone would think that I intentionally leaked this to the public! To the public! Bro, to the public. That means he's admitting that he actually did share it around privately to a bunch of people. Or at least one people. One people. He admits that he shared it around. Just not publicly. And without her consent. Oh my God. I increasingly felt uncomfortable by the language being used regarding financial punishment. Stop with the language! I wanted to teach me a lesson along with constant references to precariousness of someone's mental health. It no longer felt productive to engage in these conversations. As is well documented at the start of this, I was completely willing to make things right with Pixie. Listen, man, you might feel guilty. You might want to make things right. You obviously don't want her to hurt herself. But bro, this is an unacceptable shit. At this point, I just tell people close to me that Pixie wants to pursue legal action against me. She's free to do so. Is he giving her the ability? Bro, male feminists, when they say that women have the right to to sue them when they get when their revenge porn gets shared around. Like, what am I watching here? Listen, I did no wrong until I'm sued. Don't worry about it, gamers. Classic. I don't feel comfortable talking to her or about her until the very end of my current legal actions have run their course. It's been brought to my attention that Pixie has now tried to re-add me as a friend, but I have ignored these requests. Okay, very not relevant. I've never told anyone what they can or cannot speak about. Okay, all right. Except for when he said that if his ex-wife leaks stuff about him, he'll leak stuff about her. Which, I mean, whatever that means. And I've always left that option open to them, despite what some people have said. I've never threatened Pixie with litigation or NDA'd anyone. Okay, really, that's not the thing that anyone seemed to be worried about. My goal was to respect the wishes of the people who have been affected by the leak, but he didn't respect their wishes enough to not send it to people originally. Pixie, oh my God, this is unbelievable. I can't believe he's actually saying this shit. I can't believe this is his response. Pixie is now, is this actually him? Like, do we know for a fact that this is him? Because this is crazy. Pixie's now stated her intention to sue me and is fundraising for that. I do not believe I have violated any laws. All right, well, I guess only time will tell on that one. And since Pixie made it clear that what she wants to do, I will have to let the evidence and legal findings speak for themselves. I guess so. It's unfortunate that it has come to this, but it means that all communication with her or Lauren, who may or may not be representing her, will have to be through counsel. This is very bad. This is very bad, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, so anyway, I'm probably going to do more digging into this whole situation. But that's basically all there is now. You have multiple women coming out accusing Destiny of the same thing, sharing their shit against their will. Which, if it's true, it's completely reprehensible. It definitely looks like it's probably true, based on the just absolute sheer numbers of people coming out about this. So, wow. Fuck this. This is crazy. I can't believe that shit. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is awful. And if this actually is true, and it looks like it is, but if it is true that he is sending nudes of people against their will, filming them against their will, then that is absolutely fucked. And I don't know, man. I don't know if again, I'm anti-censorship. So saying that we should definitely shut down the biggest freaking leftist streamer on the planet, or second biggest leftist streamer, that's pretty fucked up to say. But this is actively endangering people. The fact that this has gone unchecked for so long. And this absolutely needs to be a story that people hears about. P. Diddy, where the D stands for Destiny. I don't know. This is crazy. This is unacceptable shit, honestly. And based on Destiny's response, it makes me really believe that he actually did do all this shit. It really does. He didn't deny a single thing in his entire response. He basically kind of took the victim spot and said that he's gonna actually have to go to court. Legal arc beginning in mysterious ways. Such wow. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Added to the list of YouTubers that I met that happen to be fucking sex monsters. Oh my God. What is going on? What is happening? Bro, another L for the male feminists. Let's go. I'm very excited that, very excited. I'm gonna get taken out of context. Alt-right Nuxanor goes against leftist progressive streamer Destiny. this shit. All right, anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, God. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.